Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Now I usually have the figure that I'm featuring spinning on this thing here, which is like a rotating platform, but not today. I just thought, I will do it eventually, but I wanted to show you how I have this figure displayed. I have him right there on the tank, but that ain't right, man. It's incorrect. It shouldn't be him there. It should be him in here. The guy I've got in there is the 5 POA tank driver, I guess. He's got no weathering or whatever on him. But the guy I have coming out is the driver. It should be the commander coming out the top. It's all very confusing. See this guy here? That ain't the guy in here. The guy there that you can see is him right there. The guy there is the commander, and he's a separate figure altogether, of which I do have him as well, both variants. You know, single, pill, double. But I'd never opened him. I just figured, what's the point? He looks good enough, just like that. If I can focus on him, there he is. Look at that beautiful weathering. Anyway, the tank is a separate story altogether. I do have a review somewhere of the tank if you want to see it. But, so what are we up to? This is episode 126, I believe, of the Vintage Collection QuickShot series. And it's the tank driver. I'll get rid of this now. And the card back is a funny one. Reminiscent of other funny Vintage Collection cards we might have had in the past. It's not very clear what you're seeing, is it? As I say, you're not actually... The main guy featured that you can see is actually the commander. But anyway, it makes sense to have this figure if you're going to have the tank available. I'm just pausing here because this guy... And you find this sometimes on figures. He doesn't have... he hasn't got very deep peg holes. So he's having trouble standing on that. I feel almost like I need to get some blue tack or something. I might have to cut there. This is not happening, ladies and gentlemen. Not happening at all. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Bear with me. So, yeah, lovely card. Well, lovely card. The other card is better than this. I'm just going to have him standing in here 1 minute. Already looks terrible. He's got a big wad of blue tack on him. Anyway. Let's go to the figure first. Yes, let's have a look at him. Lovely detail on the figure. Really captures the sand. It's a desert planet, of course, Jedha. The sands of Jedha, you know. Don't know how many months he's been there, but obviously he parades the streets with his colleague. Citizens of the Empire. There's an announcement going on in the background, really good. Great film, Rogue One. It's got its critics, but for me, I thought it worked like peas in a pod with the original trilogy. Superb. It's not a film I watch a lot, but when I first saw it, man, did it blow my mind. I just thought it was excellent. Whereas a film like Solo gets better and better each time I see it. There's the tank right there, and there's our man there. The features on the actual tank are awesome. That Vintage Collection tank, I mean, the one that you saw earlier. The figure in both of the variants is obviously the same. And there he is. I have actually cheated. I've just noticed something. The blaster I have got with... I'll show you in a second. The blaster I've put on the guy that that I have loose is not the one that comes with this figure. See, there's the double pill there. Multi-language. See, I nicked that from another character, and I can't remember who it was. I can't remember. It might have even been a 5 POA figure that came with a decent looking rifle, actually amazingly better than the Vintage Collection blaster. I think it might have been a Shore Trooper or somebody, but see that? Look at the chrome on that. That's brilliant. So I had to put him with him because the one that they packed is crap, frankly. It's got no weathering, nothing. It's a standard, what are they called? DCI, something, the carbine blaster. I can't remember the name of them. I mean, I'm a nerd, but I'm not that much of a nerd. So if you're a nerd and know what to call that blaster, why don't you put that in the comments, alright? Yeah, I can't remember. I should know, really, the blaster names, but I just don't know, man. Anyway, awesome. So there's a double card combination. At the time, I thought, I was pulling my hair out. I was speaking to a guy called Blacked Out Ewoks, who's a massive figure collector, card back collector, and I was saying, I can't stop myself, man. I've got to get both variants because they were going for so cheap. I think I got him first when they released him, and then they were selling tons of this guy in the Entertainer, like tons for £5. So I bought a couple of extras, but I don't really want to army build him because you know, there's only one driver and there's one commander, and then that's all I want to do. If it was stormtroopers, you could go mad, couldn't you? But I suppose you could army build and have them all on display in a kind of a hangar bay or something. But what was the point I was trying to make there? Yeah, anyway, so yeah, the point I was trying to make was I've got both variants, which is nice. And you know, I got them at a time when they were cheap, you know, when they first came out on retail. But I just remember seeing a ton of him, and I swear to God, a ton for a £5 in the Entertainer in the UK. It's the other guy that's rare, so he wasn't on the shelves. But I just, on that point, you know, I've bought a couple of extras. I think I've got maybe 2 more up in the roof, but it's not the kind of figure I would want to army build, because you only see them once just doing one roll on that thing. But it's just such a shame. If you saw him out in the shops for a £5, man, you'd go crazy, wouldn't you? You'd buy a ton of them because it's justified to have more than one of them. This guy, not so much. But anyway, he's pretty cool. He looks great. A little bit of a mix. I think the Range Trooper has a little bit of the characteristics of this guy's helmet. And I dare say there's elements of Biker Scout in there, maybe a little bit of Snow Trooper or something. I don't know. That visor's pretty cool. Nice helmet. Nice style. Really good. And one thing I never pointed out on my review of this tank, which Tim did on his. That was a great video that he made of this. Ooh, easy. There you go. The detail, look at that. They've even shown where the lid comes down, like drips, like oil drips or water or something like that. So good. So this is a review of the figure, granted, but if you get the means of getting hold of this tank, oh, look at that, man. It looks metallic. I mean, I've reviewed this before, not in 1080p, but look at the quality of that tank, man. It's a brilliant vehicle. Get it. I don't know what it goes for now, but I did see it sitting around for 70 odd quid. I don't know. Maybe you could get it for less. People will be starting to put the price up soon when they're not in retail anymore. That's what always happens. So don't sit on it. Get it, and it's worth it because it's a really good vehicle. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been episode 126 of the Vintage Collection QuickShot series. Another Rogue One figure, and join me for the next figure, which is, I don't know why I've just said that. I don't know what the next one is, but I'm going to stop for this evening. I think I've done a fair few of these in a row now, so it's good to bring the series back, you know. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.